And we are on.
Yeah.
And I am on. What happened to the rest of the crowd?
I think Elizabeth is coming down.
Elizabeth's coming down. Oh, good.
Yeah, Nick was just here. So, Penny in the bed. Good girl, good girl. Okay, but that bed.
Oh, 3 of them on the bed. Down. Lie down. Look at that. Did you think that possible?
What?
3 on the bed. Did you
Well, they
think?
did that last night, too. I think Elizabeth is coming, but I got a chair for her. Nick was just here.
Nick was in there?
Yeah, they have their daughter's graduation tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Graduation. Oh, and he had his colonoscopy.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
we could talk all about that.
Yay. Yay. You can bring this a little closer so you can hear us better. There. Okay. Whew.
He was
Hot
out.
today.
When he got, he was still chasing, or is he feeding the babies?
He is feeding the babies.
Feeding the babies. I think,
The
okay.
kids.
We had a lovely day today when all those people arrived.
Oh, well, yeah, so it started off a little crazy. We're still doing the online booking for everybody. And I seem to have screwed up today, once again. Because if you want to schedule a visit, you have to email scheduling@goldiesfarm.com if you want to come to the farm. If you want us to come to you, there's a mobile, I got this little, I don't know, I installed an app thing that seems to be working. People can, all the nursing homes can go in and click and book their own visit, and it seems to be working okay. Until somebody sees me at the nursing home and says, "Oh, we'd like to come out on the what's it, today the 30th? Yeah, I'd like to come out on the 30th." And I said, "Oh, okay, great. I'll book that." And I completely forgot to put it into the calendar. So.
And then
We were heading. She was going to head off to Trask this morning in Peabody.
I was waiting for Elizabeth to arrive, and the fact that Elizabeth got held up was slightly annoying to her daughter. Where is my mother?
Yeah, no, that was Deb. Deb,
Deb.
the neighbor, was going to go to Trask.
And she was annoyed, etc. But in the meantime, up the driveway comes a wonderful crowd of
People from Rainbow. Hello.
people from
Hi.
Rainbow.
We have Nick, who's a last-minute entry.
I'm still alive, guys.
Yeah, tell us about your colonoscopy.
Well, they said I had a beautiful ass. And then I said, "What do you mean?" They went, that Arthur you've got in the yard, he's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. So that was it.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it went fine. It was good to get it over.
They told you to roll over on your left side.
Yeah, rolled over on my left side, and they said, "Oh, look, there's an old friend." Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
And I, in and out really quickly. It's
Literally in and out.
yeah, it's very efficient. Yeah.
And then, did you sleep all day, or?
I came back. I had a sandwich from Henry's.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
probably had it packed in his lunch and he grabbed it and he went out the door.
Yeah, no, we grabbed it on the way back from, the one in Beverly.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed for the afternoon. So that should be quite a nice
And it was
day.
a nice rainy day to be in bed. Yeah.
So I feel quite good now, and I don't need to go back for another 7 years or something.
Yeah, you're clear. Yeah.
So
Great.
they took a little polyp, said it was 1 millimeter wide or something like that, which is pretty
Yeah.
tiny. So we'll see.
Okay.
I think that's
Are
quite
they going to
normal.
nip that one off or are they?
They take it out, yeah, and they
Is
do
that what
a
they call when they say
biopsy.
nip it in the butt? Oh, that's nip it in the butt.
Yeah.
I always used to say nip it in the butt.
Yeah.
So to
And
speak.
another funny thing that happened was on my way there.
Watch it there, you're losing something.
past the shop.
Oh, yeah, Bunghole Liquors. I've seen that in Peabody. Bunghole.
Bunghole Liquors. What a name.
What a name.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, I said if you translated it, it becomes asshole liquors,
Yeah.
which means something totally different.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just learned what bunghole meant the other day.
Yes, he came up to me and we got that little blower from the guy down the street with all the cars, and it needed a stopping thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, oh, I need to go get a bunghole, and I'm like, what? Not what we call it here in America.
A bung for the hole, yeah?
Yeah.
I found out what a bunghole was.
Yeah, I don't really even know what it means. I just know it's a naughty word.
I'll tell you something really good though, is it was just as well I didn't get that bunghole, because that bunghole for the tank that I thought was for the gas was actually for the soap. So if I put gas in there, we'd have had a flamethrower.
Oh.
So
Look, we have...
yeah, we're fine. And yeah, I got it going. It's going. It's very, very powerful.
Okay, good.
So if you need to jet wash things, we've got
I've
very
got
powerful
stuff
jet
to
washer.
clean tomorrow. I'm trying to get onto where the camera is. Okay, there we go. Change. I'm going to read the question.
Right.
So Elizabeth, do you want us to show them what Elizabeth looks like when she's clean? We don't see each other clean.
I washed my hair.
See, she looks clean. She's got a clean shirt
Tidy.
on.
And now Penny's sniffing my leg.
Yeah.
And I've got a handbag out.
Oh, look at you with your handbag. Look, that's
That's
nice.
right, she's going somewhere.
I am.
Yeah,
I've got
that's
tickets.
That's a mulberry handbag.
Wow.
Maybe like smart. We have a little post for the camera. You and I as a couple.
We're a bit late.
We're
Here,
fine.
this
There we
one
go.
that
Plug
I'm
your in
talking
it.
about.
We'll
Okay.
see you later.
Sophie told me to take my other shirt off because it was bright pink, and she said it's a bit too much of a statement. I was like,
When did you come
it's a
up with
pink shirt.
The clean shirt.
I know it's clean.
We're going to graduation.
Do you know
Yes, I
why?
heard.
Do you know why it's clean? Because it's straight out the packet.
Oh, it's out of the packet. I think.
Okay.
She wears them once, throws them in the trash now.
Okay.
All right,
She's
come on,
like
Penny.
Shaq.
Well, that's them.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Speaking of good-looking asses,
Yeah.
I had to identify a good-looking ass for one commercial. The one for the Michelob. It's still around.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
Yes, I had to have the beagle lick the backside of a model.
Okay. I
We
don't
had to
remember
make
that.
sure that we had a good-looking ass.
Okay. Finally, up to the point where we get
They
quick
didn't want,
questions.
they didn't want to do that one. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, get out of there, Penny.
Dogs have not been fed yet. So, yeah. So that's their third child launched.
These
They're
people
down the road.
arrived and they had a wonderful time, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. So I think it was okay. So they were going off to Trask, and
Just to
I
take a
took
picture.
the dump trailer and backed it to a gate and popped the tire. So I was going to get a new tire, and then up the driveway comes a van, and had we all been 2 minutes later, we would have missed the van. So lesson to me is don't ever book anything in my mind without, like, if someone says, can we come on the 30th?
Yeah.
I could look up on my phone and see if it's available, but I didn't put it in my phone. So I said to her, yeah, we're available. But so anyways, I have to be a little bit more vigilant on that one.
We were damn lucky.
And then right after, we had, I don't know, 20 people here. And then they had a great time. I brought out Elvis and Jiminy Elsa, whatever you people are calling her, Jiminy Elsa. And that was her first introduction to people. She did really well. She's leading really well. I was very pleased with her. I brought out Murphy so they could meet Murphy. They all stood back and got, like, they were able to pat his nose. He was good. I brought out the goats,
Yeah.
donkeys, rabbits, and the dogs. So it was and then they all, one of the most enjoyable things is they were like, could we go on the swings now?
Yeah.
So I brought them on the swings and took them a tour of the barn. And then they went into Donkey Cafe and they all had lunch and they brought us lunch.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
And then right as they were having lunch, another group showed up that were from locally from the town, and they had been it was the daughter and an older gentleman, and he had been a supporter of the Service Dog Project. They thought they were coming up the driveway for the Service Dog Project, but they came in and they hung out with the goats, the donkeys, and joined everybody for lunch because there were extra sandwiches. So that turned out really well. And
it was Goldy working the whole day.
yeah, I still have not gotten the flat tire in the truck fixed, but
It's not gonna get any flatter.
it certainly can't.
It'll wait for you.
Yeah. So that's, and the gate and the new bunny paddock worked out really well. I hope you guys were all able to see. If you go back on the camera on YouTube, you can kind of see some of the things that were happening this afternoon. But I tried to move the camera so that they could see we had the goats and the bunnies out together. And that was kind
That
of
worked
nice.
out fine.
Yeah, the only problem with the bunnies is they hate being caught at the end of the day.
Was that what was, I saw something going
Yeah,
on, but you were trying to put them in there so they didn't get rained on?
No, they'd already gotten rained on. Yeah, it was just a quick path. People complained to me I should go out. Penny, nope. She's eating your curlers now.
Oh dear.
People complained I should go out. It was it doesn't say on my phone it was going to rain, but this rain shower came through, and I'm in this house cleaning the house because Judy's not feeling well. She's been out for 2 days, and the house is a little dirty. So I was cleaning the house, and I looked out the window, and it started pouring. And I'm looking. There's a couple donkeys out, and the bunnies are out, and it's warm. Like I'm overdressed, and I thought, well, do I go out and get soaked and join in on the other guys getting soaked? Because it's just going to pass right through it, or do I just wait? So I let them all get wet. And people complained that I should have gone up and got them in. And they survived, and I'm not. I didn't get wet.
All these are wild animals
Right.
to begin with.
Yeah. So let's see what we've got going on for questions. Everyone's talking about the daughter going to. One of the bunnies does not like the rain. They went underneath. They have. I put the cage. They can go in that cage
Yeah.
and be out of the rain, but they chose to go underneath the chair. They look pretty happy underneath the chair. So yeah. So that's all that's going on. It was nice because it was our first big outing here on the farm for the season, and it was wildly a success, even though it was last minute. The good news is I'd already cleaned everything in the Donkey Cafe, so it was all set up to go. I just didn't expect. I knew people were coming. I just didn't. I know people are coming next week. I just didn't expect them today. So it was good. It was a good day for everyone. Yes.
We have to give a shout out to the woman with the purple shirt. She really keeps that crowd going.
Yeah, I don't remember her name
I
though.
don't remember her name either. I remember her license plate number, which was K9.
Oh, okay.
And I tried to buy it from her. She would sell it.
Yeah,
She is funny.
Yeah, I've
She's
met
a
her
character.
I've met her many times before at Rainbow. Rainbow, they've got a lot of people in that small
They
space.
do. And it's an upbeat group.
Yep. I mean,
It's her.
Yeah, it's very. It really comes down to all of these senior. It comes down to the activity director. How much energy they put into their job is really the culture of.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
the one up the road is looking for an activity director.
Yeah.
You want to go and be that?
Yeah, I'd love to have a paying job. That would be nice. Where I didn't have to work.
That's a paid job.
Yeah, where I didn't have to work
Where you
7
have to
days of work, 7 days a week. Because right now I work 7 days a week with no pay. I retired
So anything would be better.
from a well-paying job to work where I didn't even work 5 days a week to do 7 days a week, the long, long days.
You go talk to them.
No, but what would happen to Goldy's farm if I got a job? That's the problem.
No, you just put more things here.
Oh yeah, the people. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. No, Goldy. I think of Goldy's farm. I probably mentioned this before. I do this speech with everybody when they're like, when they start getting, especially you and Elizabeth, when we start getting worried about all the construction around here and the finances and everything else. This is a business. We are entrepreneurs trying to launch a new business, so that means we're going to have long hours. And for a nonprofit or any other business, somebody's going to have to put in a lot of money in order to make it viable. And I've done that, but actually, I'm thinking as of June 1st, which is in 2 days, I'm no longer going to be supporting Goldy's Farm. Goldy's Farm has to stand on its own 2 feet, and I think it will.
I think it will.
I think as long as we sell out on the Henny Penny every month, And I'm gonna, I'm working on the grants. I talked to a donor the other day, and we're starting to get such amazing traction throughout the community that the money will come, even though it's from everybody I'm talking to that is involved in nonprofits. Everybody's really nervous about money because of everything that's going on in the world. But I feel like we don't have crazy expenses. We do have a couple people that are on the payroll that is very important to keep on the payroll because they're the glue that keep the group together. And then we have the hay expense, and we can't cut ties on that, and veterinary and everything else. But as long as we keep working, we don't have crazy expenses.
We run a very tight ship.
Yeah, I think that.
And we are, every day at mail call, we will tell you whatever we've spent money on.
Yeah. I'm about to go to the co-op right now because we're out of grain. But I don't go to the co-op, I go to Tractor Supply because I can get this other grain for like $4 less. So I get the other grain and I mix it with.
Well, it's not Tuesday. You go to the co-op on Tuesday because
yeah.
you get 10% off on Tuesday.
Yes, I go on Tuesday. So
we try and play the angles all
I feel like we've done a really good job at staying afloat and all this construction that's going on. Really, the guy that came up today hadn't been up in a while. He hadn't been up so long that he didn't realize that Service Dog was no longer here. And he was like, I didn't think I was in the same place. This place looks beautiful. So that's the
beautiful is a long word, but
in order for
it's interesting, boy.
Yeah, well, in order for us to be like the happy place, we can't be tripping over, all of the trash and everything else.
We don't need trash. We don't need vacuum cleaners or anything else to trip over. We don't want to be immaculate because that's not really relaxing either. It's a relaxing place.
Yeah. So, but we've definitely purged a lot of stuff and fixed a lot of stuff. So this next week they're going to focus on putting up the fence around Chaos Hill, and then we're done for a while.
I hope.
I'm done for a while.
Well, the money's done.
The spending is done for a while. We still have, the next thing we got to get a handle on is all the washing machine problems that we're having in the barn. Because I got a pile about 4 feet high in the barn of like sheets and stuff for your dogs that need to be washed. Yeah.
Well, leaking in the barn is the problem. It will all just run out.
Yeah, there's a drain in the room. So, but the problem is that we pay a water bill. I've spent half the day trying to figure out. It's a slow drip that's inside the wash machine. Drip, but Bud's coming, so I'm hopeful. So someone was asking where Michelle is. Michelle has a job from like I guess it's probably from middle of May until November time frame because she works at a farm that their horses go to Florida for the winter. So she works over there all, and so she's been working. The horses just came back last week at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's been working over there. I know she's home today because she got a new washer and dryer, and a couch came this morning early, and I went to the dump. So
they wash and dryer, but she stumbled onto a sofa. Did you hear about that one? A $4,000 sofa.
Yeah.
It had a scratch on it. And the guy said, just take it, it's $800.
Well, I gotta go check that out.
So somehow she has a $4,000 sofa in there.
I gotta go check it out. Nice. Yeah. So I was gonna go visit her, but tonight.
Are you showering there?
Yeah, I shower over there. Yeah. So.
Look at the sofa when you go.
Oh, I will. Yes, chatting will be on Monday, so really reach out. Let's try to get that board sold. That'd be nice to get the board sold. And I made really good progress with the insurance, so hopefully I'm thinking middle of June we are going to have our big open house. Very excited about that. Why don't we can set that. You know what? I just had an idea.
What?
The old insurance is good through June 10th.
Yes.
So why don't we have it, let's look at the calendar. Why don't we have it before the old insurance expires?
There you go.
Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, so we're gonna set the date right now. So this weekend, we're gonna have it on the 10th. Is it expire on the 10th or at the end of the day?
I don't know.
I'll look at the directions.
That's one thing that you'd have trouble with them on that one.
What?
Well, because he'd end up with a whole bunch of legal expenses on whether the beginning of the 10th or the end of the 10th.
Okay. I wish I had already scheduled it for tomorrow, but the fence isn't up. Could we do it on Friday night? On the 9th?
I don't know.
Yeah, people don't want it. All right. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking that in my mind, I'm thinking we're doing on the 17th. It's just an open house.
We're going to do it when people arrive.
Yeah, on the 17th of June is when.
If a whole bunch of you come on the 2nd of June, you're welcome.
Yeah, whenever people show up, that's fine. Just let us know we're coming and make sure I put it in the calendar. Yeah, I don't want people just driving up the driveway on because I'm always working. I've got animals to feed and things to do. So I don't necessarily want people to just drive up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and expect us to give us the unless they want to get people to work, then that's fine. But we're gonna have official hours with the town, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, because we also have to have an experienced person here for that period of time, so that they can give them a tour, and so that will be something that we have to staff. So, nothing else going on this weekend that I'm aware of.
Well, the timing of Goldy we almost went out.
We almost missed it, yeah.
If Debbie had been on time, we'd have been out the driveway.
Yeah, and I would have been doing this all alone. Thank God Debbie and Lynn were here, the good Lynn. And yeah, because it was definitely all hands on deck. We pulled it off though. Oh, the visit, we didn't go to Trask today. What had happened was on the people at Trask, on the schedule, if you look carefully at the schedule, someone had to put a rain date for today, for the event that we did last Friday. Today was the rain date. So I thought we had something today. So I called the people at Trask this morning and said, we can swing by with the dogs. So she's like, okay, well, anytime you want to come by, just come by. And because Trask is, we're a regular, we haven't been there for a while because we've been so busy with others. So I called her immediately and say, can we come by next week? So we owe them a visit next week. And she's fine. So, yeah.
We hang a little loose.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we have. Yeah, well,
it's nice to think we'd be organized right onto but it's not ever going to happen. Something's going to disrupt us.
yeah, well, I would like to think, what?
A flat tire.
A flat tire, yes, a flat tire.
That was very upsetting this morning.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how much that tire is going to cost to replace. I just backed into a gate, so that I did damage to the gate too. Got to put it in new post.
Okay.
I was trying to back the, I was trying to do all this when I was not sufficiently caffeinated. I went to the dump early, got all the stuff out of the dump, and then I thought I'll go and back in the trailer next to the manure pile, and then I'll load it, and I'll take a load of the manure out. But I didn't have enough coffee to do it, so I hit the post, and the piece of the post, piece of the gate went right to the tire, and I saw this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it popped.
Oh, so that's not going to be a repair of the tire.
No, it's a new tire. I don't know how much that's going to cost. Just as I said, we're doing great financially, though. Like starting to break things, but yeah.
Well, there's
so
4 tires on that trailer, and you got 3 now.
I don't think you can drive it with because yeah. So I got the thing out. I got to figure out how to get the tire off. Hopefully Bud's coming tomorrow.
Oh, it's not hard to get the tire off.
From you, yeah, you go out and get up there and get that tire off. I'll get the thingy, the twisty thing.
You get the twisty thing, and I can do it.
Oh, she's going to change the tire tomorrow.
Oh, no, you didn't say change. I said get it off. I can get it off. I can get it off. Put
Yeah,
it back on again. It's a different
It
story.
looks like, the first thing we have to do is like everything else. We gotta wander around and find the crowbar thing that takes the twisty thing. I don't even know, what is that thing called?
Twisty thing.
A crowbar? No, it's not a crowbar. What is that noise? It sounds like the dishwasher's loud. Okay, no, it sounds like it's still working. So, yeah, okay. We have the dishwasher running. Yeah, we gotta get the tire off, put a new tire on. That's tomorrow's project. And,
I really think you ought to move that table up there so that Bud can sit there.
well, I know you want me to go. Okay, we're not gonna argue about this. She just has more heavy lifting. The chair is in Ipswich. I gotta empty out.
No, wait a minute. In the meantime, he can sit in this brown chair there. That rolls around.
All right, so you want me to move this that I just put there?
Yeah, you moved it out of where I wanted it and moved it over there.
Okay, all right. I swear to God, the amount of furniture I just move around in circles in this room.
Well, you can go smile at the $4,000 one. That's probably light.
Yeah. I'm not. You know, I don't like lifting heavy things.
You're
anymore.
very strong.
I know I'm very strong, but my elbows,
Are
from
really
all,
bad.
really, like all of this heavy lifting, my elbows are killing me. So anything I lift is uncomfortable. So
Well, don't.
moving that a second time, I will do it. I'll do it. But I keep
somebody
thinking,
else.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
not.
you know
do
who
this.
I'll get to do it? The guy that comes in and wants to use it every morning.
He doesn't speak any English.
Well, that's all right. I bet he can. Yeah, I'll work on that.
No, I'll move it right now. I really like that. I pay that guy to fix upstairs. I don't pay him to move your stuff around.
Well, he comes in to use the what is it?
The microwave. I'll move it right after milk call. I'll move it right after milk call. I try to keep, everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. I'll move it right after milk call. Okay.
I don't know if you can move it.
I will move it right after. I can move it. I can move it.
In one piece?
I
two pieces.
move it in two pieces. I take off the marble top. I put that someplace, and
We
then I
think
move the
some
bottom.
Michelle comes along.
Michelle is not here, so she's up at her house. So we try to keep everybody on task. So, yeah. Well, it's hard. Michelle had a lot of free time because she didn't have the horses here. Now she has the horses here, so she's exhausted because we're all little old ladies. She's over there lifting hay bales all day long. She's tired.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and Elizabeth is, she's not feeling well lately, so we're all little old ladies.
I know.
Yeah,
And I got littler.
yeah. You're not littler, but you're
Well,
in the group of the little old ladies.
I did fall down, which I didn't really count on doing.
Yeah, she had a fall yesterday. Not anything,
No, just fall down in a puddle.
yeah.
It was very upsetting.
But the guy had a new walker thing that you want to try that?
Sure.
Yeah, he had one of those canes with the 4 prongs at the bottom. So she was going to try that. She fell right inside the house here.
Yeah.
And you were walking around without your walker.
I was just gonna go turn the lights off, and I figured it's only 12 feet.
Yeah,
I didn't make it.
yeah. Well, you got to have your walker.
I know. I should have had my
So,
walker,
yeah.
but I didn't have it.
So, yeah, that's all that's going on. Anything else? Chicken shit against Monday. Well, I think what I'm going to do this weekend is we're going to put a few chickens in the caged area to remind people. So it'll be chickens and bunnies. Because you
And
know
if it stops raining, we're gonna move some of the stove.
more heavy things for me to lift.
No, not the pieces aren't heavy.
For you, that's not going to carry them all. They're not heavy. Exactly, I understand that. For the rest of us, that is another project that I believe is happening on Saturday, which is going to be Michelle, her brother, and I lifting heavy pieces of the stove. Yay. Okay.
We could have raised goldfish.
Yep, we could have. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and hope the cameras stay up. And we'll see you Monday for chicken shatting.
Oh, right. Oh,
Right, because it's Monday.
Oh, get that sold out. Oh my.
Yeah, I know. I hope it is. I don't even know what the status is. I looked before. There was.
I haven't looked at it either.
Yeah, I count on these. It'll happen. It'll happen. Yep.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without that, we'd be very bad.
Yeah. We'll somehow
We'd be out of hay.
Well, as I always say, failure's not an option.
Failure is not an option.
Not an option. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday.
Bye.
Bye. So I press this button here.